Okay, guys, there are a few things I want to talk about. I actually wrote some notes down about Steins Gate that I kind of remembered, and then I went back and rewatched the first 6 episodes. I kind of just skimmed through it because I wanted to bring up some things, but I wanted to check back first just to make sure everything's concrete. So first thing, I want to say, I'll just talk about 3 things. So first thing I want to bring up. Okay, so remember in episode 10 when Okaden and Mayushi were talking about when Okaden was younger and he was talking about the Y2K event, and then Mayuri brought up him getting sick, right? So she brings up that, you look the same that you did back then, back in Ferris's condominium, back in her apartment. And she goes like, I remember I was so scared you were gonna die. I made a wish to a falling star that you wouldn't die, and then you got better. So it's like, it's thanks to me that you got better. So she was talking about that. Now, when was the last time that in the show they mentioned about stars? The very first episode. And in the very first episode, Okaden talks about stars can lead to their own destruction. And remember me saying that I think Okaden is the star in this metaphor, in this analogy, right? So if we think quite literally Okaden is the star, you could say Mayushi made a wish to Okaden to save him. So if it's true, right, that Okaden, when he was younger, he switched world line, he changed world lines. Maybe his older self went back to when he was younger to save him so he could survive the fever. And in turn, because he survived, there was a divergence, and it started this whole cycle, or put him on a path for why things are happening now. Now, remember, John Titor said, because I had to go see what John Titor said, when I had to recheck what he said whenever you meet yourself, because it is possible that you can meet yourself. He said, if you meet yourself, there's just simply a divergence. Now, what he didn't say was, if you meet yourself, do you keep your memories of meeting yourself? You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they'll get clarified later. Maybe Okaden has met himself, but he don't remember because there's been a divergence. But since he's the only one that does remember his memories, keep his memories, then he will remember meeting himself. So I'm not really sure about that. But the whole conversation with Mayuri and the star conversation, it ties back to the first episode where Okaden is talking about stars. So I just wanted to bring that up. Second thing I wanted to bring up. Remember in the first episode when he meets, we're introduced to Makise like the first time. She pulls him out of Professor Nakabauchi's conference, and she's like, what was it that you wanted to tell me? And he has no memory of what the fuck she's talking about. I'm over here just like, wait a minute. Does that mean Makise jumped world lines? Because Okaden had not sent the text message yet. He did not diverge yet. In the first episode, when she got killed is when he diverged, right? Because he sent the text message right when Daru was on, like, messing with the microwave, right? So why doesn't he remember talking to her or saying, I gotta tell you something? Now, at first, I'm thinking, it's still a possibility. Humor me, people. There was 2 Okudens running around in that first episode, which is why we heard that scream, because it sounded like Okuden. It was a man. It was a man screaming. It wasn't Makise screaming. Either there was 2 Okudens running around, or Makise had diverged lines. She diverged lines and probably hadn't quite figured it out what the rules yet. Oh, I don't know. Let me not make assumptions. Let me just say she diverged lines. And so nobody else around her had the same memory. So when she saw Okaden again, he didn't know what the hell she was talking about. And then that Makise, she gets killed. So those are the 2 options. Now, here's my thing though. John Titor, I think John Titor says in like episode, John Titor says, I wrote down what he said because I was just thinking about that first episode. Episode 3, John Titor tells Okaden on the internet, he goes, he just talking to people on the forum chat, he goes, if he killed someone, the divergence number is altered and world lines move to a world without that person. Okay. When he says that, I'm thinking, okay, that's one or two things. Say for example, Mayushi killed Mayushi kills Makise. Mayushi would diverge into a timeline where Makise wouldn't exist. That's what I got from what he said by that. That's what I got. So, because he literally says, if he killed someone, the divergence number is altered, and world line moves to a world without that person, where the memories of that person doesn't exist. So, I don't know, like, if Makise got killed, when she got killed, right? Does that mean a bunch of world lines that us as the viewer and the main characters are not in, right? That now there's world lines where Makise never existed or just doesn't exist anymore because she got killed. Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm trying to understand what John Titor meant by that, because him making that example, like if he killed someone that Okunen reads about, right? It ties back who was murdered. It was Makise. She was the one murdered in the first episode, and for there to be an example John Titor to give of a divergence, of the altering of divergence, he gives an example of someone being murdered. So obviously I'm going to think of Makise from the first episode. So I just goes back to, what if the second Okunen, right? If that theory is correct, that there was two Okunens running around in that first episode, what if he killed Makise? What if Okunen killed Makise? Because he read about what John Titor said in that forum chat. You understand? You know what I mean? Okay. Another thing I want to bring up is the contradictions, right? Which I would guess, like, since there's time travel and all that stuff, there's going to be some contradiction somewhere. Now, there's a blatant contradiction that I realized, the information that's given to us. Now, in the first episode, Okunen could have been wrong, right? In the first episode, Okunen says, alright, Okunen says the universe has a beginning but no end. Basically, that the universe is infinite, right? It's never ending, right? Now, episode 6, when Okunen is having some dream where he's going through like some black hole or whatever, you hear Makise's voice and she's telling him, actually, there is an end. It's not infinite. She goes, don't look back, keep going, reach the end. Because there is an end. There's a contradiction there. Now, you could say like they were talking about two completely different things. Okunen was talking about the universe, whereas I feel like Makise was talking about the same thing. She goes, eternity isn't infinite. Even time extends towards eternity, an end still exists. And then she's saying, reach the end. I think she's saying, reach the end of the world lines. That's what I think she could possibly be saying. She says, hey, it's going to be a while, but go ahead and reach the end. You have to reach in. Don't look back. Keep going. Now, what's the goal here? I don't know. But that's just a contradiction there. And I'm going to trust Makise because she's smarter than Okunen. Y'all were really commenting. Some of y'all were really like telling me how biology works. Like, I don't know what chromosomes you need to make a boy or a girl, because I was confused about the Ruka thing. Now, I couldn't articulate why I was confused about the Ruka thing. Like, I was confused like Okunen. Now, the reason why I was confused like Okunen is because in episode 8, whenever Ruka sends the text message, right, the world lines jump. Okunen looks around and he looks at Ruka and he goes, oh, it failed. So, but he also said, I can't just straight out ask if Ruka is a girl. But he kind of makes an assumption, I guess. I thought he knew. He goes, oh, it failed. So that first world line jump, right? That was episode 8. That first world line jump. I thought it failed. Like, Ruka, they sent the text message, Ruka was still a boy. So I'm over here thinking, just like Okunen, like, okay, Ruka's still a boy. It failed. It didn't work. But something did change because he jumped world lines. Okay? It wasn't until after Ferris sent her text message There was another jump, right? He didn't know what the change was, and then until they got outside at the end of episode, what, 9? At the end of episode 9, and then Akibahara is not the same. So I'm thinking that's the only change. And then episode 10, Ruka's a girl. Ruka's a girl. So I don't know which jump, which line, change of line, you know what I'm saying? I don't know which one it was where Ruka became a girl. Because I'm going off based off Okanen on episode 8, it was like, oh, it failed. So that's why I was confused. That's why Okanen was confused too. He was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought that shit failed. That's why I was confused, because I didn't know it worked the first time on that first jump with her text message. I thought it happened when Ferris did her thing. That's why I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck did that have to do with anything? Okay, so that's all I wanted to bring up. Those are the things I wanted to bring up. But I'm really interested in the whole star analogy, the whole star thing. And what if Mayuri made a wish to the falling star, aka Okanen, please save him. So Okanen, because he is the god of this monitor, right? The god of this monitor, he went back to the time where he was a kid and saved himself from that fever. And because he saved himself, there was a divergence into realities where he was still alive. What if Okanen was meant to die? Shit, I don't know. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's get started with episode 11. God, there's so much going on. Not seduce him. He's like, no, you're seducing him? This shit ain't gonna work. What kind of distraction was that? What experiment are they doing? Wait, every time he turns the TV on, it starts shaking. What's going on? What kind of experiments are y'all doing now? I hope Okanen realized he can't just be... I mean, technically he could if he wanted to just move world lines, but it's not really beneficial to just be moving world lines like that, you know? The 42 inch. What? Female in the studio was open, the TV was on. Oh my god, that TV functions as their lifter? I was wondering how they were going to be able to find something like that. That's so weird. First off, they're going to have to get past Mr. Braun to be able to use the TV. Oh my god. Okay, so my question is, how can they manipulate the TV as a lifter to be able to send bigger stuff? Right. To do with people's memories. That's pulse signal. Okay, where are you going with this? Wait, but sending memories? Oh, and that's what's been happening to Okanen. Oh my god. Remember, I was like, is he transfer or is his consciousness? It's their memory data. Well, how would they send memory data? Memory stored in a temporal. How would they even do that? Sufficiently compress. Okay. What? What are you thinking, Monkey? Say, speak to us. Oh my god. Wow. So you ain't sending the person, you just sending the memories, which makes sense. You telling me CERN hasn't figured that out? CERN is over here sending people, not knowing you need to send the consciousness, the memories. It is sad. Yeah, that's very lonely. What do you want, girl? Do you find the computer? We just don't know enough about her. She's like pinching his arm. Tell me. We don't know enough about her. But why did she say, did you get rid of the time machine? Why would we get rid of it? The little girl wants to talk to Okaden? Thought she was scared of him. She's like, I know my dad's such an asshole. I'm sorry. Did he just really call her a well-trained little pet? Oh, I'm dead. You know what else I remembered? Suzuha said that her dad was Titor. What, I forgot who she said. Her dad was something Titor, right? And he attends that internet forum. That's where Daru was gonna go, but then Okanen lied, so he never went. Wait, what the fuck did she just say? Wait a minute. Hold up. What she just say? I gotta rewind it back. What? She said Makise is a CERN spy? First of all, how the fuck do you know that? Is that why you don't like her? Okanen, ask her questions. How come you didn't ask her? How do you know that? He's like, I caught you in the act. Not channeler. He said you could list it on your resume. But why would Suzuha say that? Maybe she... How? I mean, Suzuha, she be on the channels, the 4chan channels too. So I mean, what? Okay. She got a problem with her dad. We knew that. Okaden, please. Shush. Let her talk. Okaden. He hates her. Oh. Okay. It's because she was trying to debunk time travel? What, he was a hater? He was jealous of her being so smart? Her dad sucks. You're my daughter, how dare you? Wow, that sucks. She just don't want her dad to like, I see. It's interesting that every time Okaden and Makise be having these deep one-on-ones, they're in the dark. Like the last time in the closet. Her dad became an insecure douche. You think she would make this and then try to go back in time to keep herself from like getting into science? Okaden is so sweet. He is so caring. He's like, I need you in peak mental condition for you to help me. Alright, so we're gonna solve all your baggage real quick. First off, I will say Suzuha was onto something. Somebody's a CERN spy. I know somebody's a CERN spy, and I'm sussing Moeka. I've been sussing her since day one, but you just never know. She was like, toot. I'm dead. He's like, I wouldn't have accidentally ingested the calories. Dang, what you got in there, Mayuri? Oh, she's about to meet up with that cosplayer.
コミマ用のコスを作るのです。
コミマ。
本当に
Who's Komima?
た方がいいわね。
She's like, if I should stay, then Okuren, you fucking leave. He ends up leaving anyway. She said, I demand compensation. I demand 2 puddings. Go ahead and buy her 2 puddings, Okuren. You know damn well you shouldn't have ate that pudding. It's like no respect. You know too much. Bitch, who the fuck is this? I would have been like, who the fuck is this? What the hell was that? That's gotta be Moeka. It has to be her. She's sending from a fake app. She's using WhatsApp. She's using WhatsApp. She's using one of those text app phones. Who the fuck is that? Oh my god. Was that a doll's head? Oh my god, I'd be freaking out too. Why the aren't they in the bath? Why are the lights off? Yeah, they are in the shower. But why are all the lights off? Did they turn? They were like, we gotta save electricity bill. Okay. They're probably just in the bath, chilling. I don't, you know what?
おかり、マユシーはとっても悲しいし恥ずかしいのです。ほんと信じらない。
I think he should explain to Makise the text message. What? Somebody knew he hacked in.
セルンの中心部とダイレクトで回線がつながってる。セルン、システムを掌握したというのか。まあね、キリと言いたいところだけど、実際はなんかわからないうちにつながっていた。いつの間にかセルンが勝手に全裸待機してた的な。
What?
ちょっと待って。こっちが何もしてないのにつながっているって。つまりセルンの方がこっちの動きに気づいて。
Oh, they found them out. I knew they were going to.
でもバレるようなヘマはしてないはずだし。
Oh my god. It's someone from CERN. It's gotta be Moeka. Cause she was like earlier. What's a time leap? And she just walked away. It's gotta be her. Oh gosh, Okuren, I'm so scared. I'm scared for them, to be honest. This is really crazy. I don't blame Okuren for freaking out. Like, this is exactly what I would be doing too. Like, realizing how high these stakes are. Like, they could get killed. They could get murdered for knowing too much. Okay, guys, that was episode 11. I mean, I kind of figured that CERN is this huge ass corporation. They would have to know when somebody was hacking their systems. But based off the conversation that Daru and them had, he was like, they were standing naked the whole time, like just kind of waiting for us, right? And waiting for us to be like, just so they, I guess, to trace them back. And then Makise was like, so you're telling me they found out about us? I'm just like, hell yeah, they found out about y'all. Now, my thing is with Daru, he was like, he knew something was weird when he first hacked into their system. No, wait a minute. What if? Oh my god. What if in the previous timeline, when they first found out about the Z program, they first hacked into the computer, right? They weren't being traced. It wasn't until he shifted world lines. He's in a whole new world line. CERN, I think they just hacked into the computer. They must have just hacked into CERN's. They just hacked into CERN's. CERN knew they were going to do it, so they were waiting for them to do it. So... Do y'all get what I'm trying to say? I'm thinking the past timelines, because CERN has control over time travel. They found out, they knew when they did it. So when they did it again in this time world, they were waiting for them to do it so they could find out and trace back to them. Right? Y'all get what I'm saying? Oh my god, this is so crazy. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for humoring me and watching. I will get back to you guys with episode 12. Thank you so much. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, y'all. I really love reading y'all's comments. Thank you so much also for clearing stuff up for me. But I will catch you guys later. Bye.